everyone, welcome to another live stream. Hi the Katsi, how you doing?
Hello.
Hi. Hi the Flimchkin, hi and welcome, hi and welcome, hi and welcome. Hello everyone, welcome to another live stream. And today, we're gonna start with something slightly different. That's because I've got this.
I like how you ask how you doing and then cut me off.
Didn't you say good?
I said hello.
Oh, I thought you said good.
Oh, well, I guess I would say good now.
Alright. Well then. Well everyone. We're getting pretty close to stream number 1000. Are you doing anything special for it? I'm starting to get slightly off that question. I know I should do something special. I don't have a plan yet because I've been busy. Actually, give me a second. I need to untangle one thing real quick. No.
When aren't you busy?
Okay. So listen. Today we'll be doing something at least marginally interesting. That's because, as you can see, I have this. And another thing I recently realized is that when it comes to my orange filament, it's also fluorescent. You can't see it quite all that well, but it is very much fluorescent. So what I thought we could do is we could finally complete the piercing project, the fluorescent piercing thing that we were supposed to do.
Is this you guys are 3D printing them? Is that the completion?
Oh my god. Okay, there we go. First I need to load in the orange filament.
Okay.
Ah, bless me. So,
Let's see.
is that an 18650? Where did I know the number from? Oh wait, 18650. Wasn't that a oh wait, 18650. Yeah, that is a battery. I mean, I have some 18650s, but not right here. This is a UV flashlight. I have 18650s. It's just that they were nowhere near in the view of the camera. Hi, you really have to stop seeing cylindrical objects and assuming they're an 18650. Because most of the time you will be wrong.
When I say cylindrical objects, I assume something else.
Holy shit, I have a lot of filament. I really thought we would be running a bit lower than that now. Okay, there we go. I am doing just stuff off camera, everyone. I'm just loading in the filaments, and we'll need to figure out something to do. It will be tricky. It will be one of the more difficult things I've done, actually. But I imagine it could turn out quite nicely. I could manually preheat it, I suppose, but I want it to look good. So here's the issue. Here's the difficulty of the problem we're dealing with. Ideally, what I would like to do is simple. I would like to take this right here, industrial piercing, and make it glow with oranges and greens. There we go. As you can see right now, it's not glowing, it's just metal. However, I do have the fluorescent material. I do have the orange filament, which just happens to be fluorescent. And so what we would like to do is somehow glow this bad boy up. The difficulty being that, if I am not mistaken, this titanium bar in the middle is 1 millimeter in diameter, which is really small. And we can't really add much on top of it, which means whatever we add to it would have to be tiny, which doesn't go well with prints. But hey, what would be the fun of making something if there wasn't a challenge involved, huh? You always need a challenge. Otherwise it's easy. Now, it's not completely lost. First things first, I'm going to check, because this right here in the middle, you can unscrew that. Oh. Ah, yeah. This is an 1mm. Shit. I mean, obviously it wasn't gonna be an M2. Which means you can unscrew this and we can use this as the housing for whatever we would print. Also, we could just snap a print around. Difficulty in this comes in the form of the fact that, well, there are actually many problems. So let's start the simplest one, huh? I think it could be fine.
Okay.
Hi there, Adam. Hi, welcome. Also, hi, Mr. Robot. Hi. Let me go first open SolidWorks. This to the side. There we go. Oh, these also unscrew. Well, that's actually quite convenient. Or at least it could be convenient. We could slide something in and then we could just screw it on. But once again, whatever we add onto it, it would have to be like at best a millimeter, and that's at best. But this does give us a lot more space to play with. Covering it with the fluorescent thing will also be quite difficult because it doesn't, I can tell you from experience, it doesn't stick well to metals. I know I tried. So maybe. Would be an absolute bitch to design. This would be one of the few projects that will actually be way more difficult to design than anything else. Usually designing is the part I'm best at because, well, there's my 3D skills. They carry over really nicely. This time. Right. Okay, so. First things first, I imagine we would like to actually model the piercing as accurately as possible. It will come in the form of 3 parts, one of them doubled, and we need to measure them as accurately and as well as possible.
And famously, you have very functional and well-working measuring instruments.
I mean, yeah, the electronics on it is fucked still, even worse so. Right now, hold on. As you can see, the electronics on it is possessed by a demon. But, I mean, it still works as a typical caliper, could be worse. I'm going to play my maddening science playlist. Hold still, my sweet ba-da-da-da. I'm trying to measure the space between you. Actually, why not have... Give me a second. So I'm looking for... I know this shit. Oh, and now fingers can be so much. Don't of my decision. This will be ooh. This will be ah. This will be absolutely wee. This will be nice. Hi, the Bionerd. How you doing? So don't you frown, don't you fret. I'm not gonna hurt you yet. I just feel the need to be getting a little of you, a lot of bloodletting. I don't want to mess it up, and I worry that just as getting it too dirty could already mess it up. So I need to make sure nothing is lost. Chew fry and Don Cornelia. She's my alibi. Oh, let me check it. I'm teaching my little brother chemistry with Make It Chem videos. That's great. I was admitted to the hospital yesterday. That's not so great. Why were you admitted to hospital? What happened? Jeez, you just took me on the roller coaster. I want to be so hot still while I remove them. No, I don't fight back. Like that. This would be nice, this would be neat, and bring you closer to me, so don't you fall. Gonna hurt you. Can someone help me make notes in chat? To say that 1, 2, 3, 5.5 millimeter. That's the sphere. Actually, no, that's 5 millimeters. That's so difficult to say. 4.5? Shit, that's 5 plus and minus 0.5. Okay. 5 plus and minus 0.5. Stop all I've got. So I'm tracking you up and still from. This one is. I guess 40 as a whole. Okay, it's 40 as a whole. I had a scare of abdominal pain. I had to make sure because I was surgery this month. Okay, but is it anything serious or was it just a scare? So be ooh. Absolutely. Closer to me, so don't you frown, don't you fret. No, 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 what? Getting a little of you, a load of bloodletting. I know the sensation you're probably dreading, but there's one thing you're forgetting. There's nothing like the thrill of a strong good enough. Okay. First, we're going to make the sphere. Which is, well, I said 5 plus and minus. How am I gonna make a sphere actually? And I never. Huh.
Meow.
I never even considered this. You know, maybe first we should make the bar so that I don't remember, don't forget the measurements. I'm just full of shit. It's a millimeter. So, okay, so here's how this would go. Top plane, we have millimeter, is 1. Then we'd have 19, and then at the very end we're going to make something almost the same size but slightly different, simply because electric desires have unraveled all my wires. Now I'm in a box for safekeeping. Organs were living on the inside. Earball to brain with 2 lungs collecting change. Ah, does that look right? No, I would say 0.7 even. And it's BBs. There we go. This would be the bar. How's it going, Macon and Katsi? Well, Katsi, you'd go on first, so I cut you off last time.
Okay. I'm doing good, I think.
To make a sphere in solid works. I'm doing fine as well. I've been putting off this project for way too long, and revolver.
Well,
Oh, that's
you didn't really have a way to do it, did you?
It didn't what?
You didn't really have like a way to do it before, did you?
Why?
Because when we tried the painting the thing, it didn't work. It really, you know, it didn't stick.
Yeah, but that's just science. If one thing doesn't work, you need to come up with another way that will.
Yeah.
I have a guess on how I'm gonna do it. It doesn't mean I'm certain.
Okay.
You can. Oh wait, I need a center point arc then? Oh no, I could have just cut it. Oh, whatever. I'm happy for years and years and only eating the occasional maintenance man. Right here, another sketch we'll need would be the center line. In Japan, pretty soon it's gonna fit in your hand. That doesn't feel right. That feels so incorrect, in fact. That's not how it works. Well, that's curious. Okay, I guess we're all we're all finding out new things. No, this has to be a 5. I'm an idiot. This right here cannot be a 5. It has to be a 2.5 because of radius. Feet. That's curious. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm half human and half machine. Ba 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 da da ba 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 ba. Ba 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 da 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 ba 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 da da ba 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 da 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 ba 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 da da ba. Okay, so now what we can do is we can just assemble it. Which means one sphere, second sphere, then a bar, and then this right here has to go right here. Then, oh, how we're gonna do it? This, I imagine, face onto this. I honestly wasn't expecting that to work, but I'm really glad it did. For you to know. I do realize that without you being able to hear the music, I must sound insane, but I am in the science zone, so I'm having trouble caring. There we go. This would be the piercing. Now the issue, the issue would be that from this point on, we somehow need to. If I select this face and if I go to sketch on it, will it let me? Okay, didn't think so. What I need to do right now is make some kind of interesting pattern. Authentic.
Even your patterns.
Actually, maybe Blender would be better for this.
Okay.
It might be. Okay. Just what to say when the truth comes out of my very. I've been working on the unified theory. If I make it through tonight, everybody's gonna hear me. Let's take the bar. Let's export it as an STL. Yes. Okay. Then, in Blender, we're going to make a new file right here, which will be pattern. And then we're going to import the bar. Yeah, that scale is definitely way off. Okay. Worst case scenario, we need to import it into SolidWorks and rescale it. That could be something, but still. Now. Yeah, that's meters. Absolutely not. Units 0.001. There we go. That's still way too big. Let's add another 0 in there. That gives us 4 millimeters. Okay, never mind, that was correct. It should be 4 centimeters. Right, yes, that is the correct scale. Then what we need to do is on top of it, we'd like to create some kind of pattern that's just straight up fucking good looking. That's the only requirement in this case, and I still believe I could find a way to fuck it up. Okay.
Good looking. Are you gonna design that for yourself?
Yes, I'm gonna be basing it myself. I'm the inspiration for this. I think that the orange might clash with the red, actually. Well, I tried downloading Draya for free, and now I can barely hear you. Lots of piracy. My screen turns off every 3 seconds. I am so sorry, Sirsha. That sounds horrible. Yeah, I worry that I had the red filament, it would look so much better. I could still pull this off, I think. If we manage to model it as kind of like... Oh my goodness gracious me, this will be a pain. Okay, collection. My savings account just got emptied. How did that happen? Just because you have a virus on your PC doesn't mean it should be able to empty your savings account. That's just straight up curious. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, yeah, for that you got me confused because that didn't make any sense. Okay, now what we need is another cylinder. Make a right, but two wrongs do all men. Sansu would love this. Right, you will have this. This will be flames. That's what I'm gonna just call it because there we go. Like this, and then what we'll need is we'll need to negative boolean it with the bar. Yes. Ideally, also keep an opening. Okay. So far, this will be easy-ish. We'll keep this cylinder. Then right here, I have no idea what you just said, Katsi. You just sounded as if you were talking from underneath the cushions.
What? What's that? Man.
Honestly, listen to yourself on stream and to see what you hear like, because it's comical. Yeah. Villains are everywhere. That's how I know that I'm the... Okay, this will be just a bitch.
Bilingual, bipolar bitch.
Yes, it will be all the pies.
Mm-hmm.
It would be much better to do it with sculpting. What am I doing? Oh, I haven't done sculpting in ages. This will be quite something. Also, I would like to keep in mind, to everyone as reference, this entire thing is a millimeter in height. This is 1 millimeter. So this is absolutely tiny. If I add too much detail, my printer just won't be able to print it. Even worse, I already don't know how I'm gonna print it on its own. I imagine we'll spend like at least an hour, if not 2 hours, figuring out how to print the goddamn thing. The worst case scenario, I'll have to cut it out, which, well, I mean, could be worse. A microsphere with like 5 subdivisions. And then right here. Then let's go to sculpting. Something I haven't done in absolute ages. Oh, they changed. Oh, okay. Um. Hold on. There's like a way to remesh. Actually, I mean, I can just remesh it live. Oh, so I need to mesh it manually. Oh, that's a great sign. Uh-oh. Apparently there are hot singles nearby now. There are always hot singles in your area. Need to look for them. Oh, that tastes like a lot. Cassie just left. That's how badly my PC is crashing. Cassie just left to a lower channel. Oh yeah, my PC is struggling. Oh, it's struggling. Oh, it's struggling. Okay, the voxel size might have been a bit It's struggling. Okay, buddy, I think it's time to call it quits. Come on. Off you go. Off you go.
Say.
There we go. Okay, we're back. As the stream hasn't crashed. Honestly, I'm impressed. Back to the pattern sculpting. I mean, dynamic. I just do it with like, I don't know, this. With that I can. That's good. Oh, that's a fine remesh actually. Okay, so this is more than enough. But I'm still gonna do 0.5. There we go. Now that's a fine remesh. Alright. Then, with this in mind, we can start pulling. So you begin it, walking the water so far. It coming back. Keep it. Okay. See, it's hard to find friends when opportunity. Spend the chance stepping on the top of the fence. Ah. So, any other news, Sishe, Haich, any other news you would like to share? Bionet, if you're still here. Anything else interesting like to mention? It feels like every week now we're getting your insides rearranged. Which, I mean, hey! I'm not looking shit.
I wouldn't mind that. I mean, what?
I dropped my 2.5 inch HDD on. I hope not on yourself. I mean, to be brutally honest, when it comes to HDDs, the biggest danger when dropping one is that you're gonna hurt yourself. That is a hefty drive.
I'm glad that sentence ended the way it did.
A while back ago, inside my computer, I found a terabyte HDD drive that just wasn't plugged in. It was just in my computer, just in there. And I don't even think I plugged it in since. I think I still have it. It's like a terabyte. That's so much.
Don't you like? I mean, it'd be useful for you to have it, no?
Yeah, but it's HDD. It's really slow.
We can keep like fucking videos there or something, you know?
I mean, I can store things on it, yes, but I would need
Yeah.
to like store things that I plan on accessing once a month, once a year. It's not bad, is it? I would say. Could be
Oh, it's
worse.
HD. Oh, fuck. Oh, that. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably. Well, I mean, you are a YouTuber, and then there's some YouTubers think it's the fucking space to store shit. No.
So show for a few minutes. I have no idea what's going on. It's relatively simple. So you know the piercing. I'm just trying to add like a free printed fluorescent orange thing to it, and I'm modeling this right now.
Yeah,
Sculpting
the
it.
piercing project for Pride Month.
Was it supposed to be for Pride Month?
Well, originally, yeah. You were trying to make it for Pride Month to have the J piercing, no?
I mean, no, I was trying to make the fluorescent video of Pride Month because the whole bit there was that it was going to be rainbow liquids.
Yeah, but there's gonna be a piercing, like a rainbow piercing, also for the video, no?
No,
Like,
piercings that was good. Was piercing supposed to be rainbow? I genuinely don't remember it being supposed to be rainbow.
it was. And it was supposed to be for Pride Month. Yeah.
Why is this all just going the wrong way? There we go. Oh, you are really breaking apart this geometry. Mickey, what computer would you recommend standing out with? I would likely have to use R for any job I get in my field. Don't know what R is, but what computer language? Oh, programming language! Oh, do you mean Rust by R, or do you mean R? Because those are very different, and I hope you don't mean R, because goodness gracious me. Torture.
What's R?
If I remember correctly, it's one of the older programming languages, but I could be misremembering.
Mm.
You don't know. I mean R. Oh jeez. Yeah. Yeah, it's from 1993.
When is
Not
C
not
from?
as old as I thought it was, I'll be brutally honest.
When is C from? When
C?
is C be older?
Oh, C would definitely be older. Let me see.
Yeah.
When exactly is C from? C is from 1972.
Yeah, that's bad.
20 years older. If someone was born when C was created, then by the time R was invented, they could legally drink in the United States. When it comes to computer languages, it's only been 10 years. Let me actually. I'm not familiar with R. I'll be pretty honest. Okay, but it makes sense. Data visualization, fields data mining, bioinformatics, data analysis. Okay.
I'm familiar with hard R. Does it count?
Let's see what's. Oh, that. Okay. Oh, that is awful. That syntax is nothing like any other language I've used. It would be closest related to maybe wacky JavaScript, possibly TypeScript. Well, not related, but just by eyeballing. I don't have really any recommendations for you. Considering how the problem is that science languages used by scientists usually are tailor-made for their purpose and aren't really all that hot on abiding by typical computer science principles. So scientists need to use their languages, not fuck around with pointers and such. So I don't know if I have much for you. That's okay, that's not a question. If you want to learn programming, I would suggest Python is easy. I'm actually gonna make some tutorials about programming soon. I could even do it on this stream. I genuinely could just fucking record and edit the tutorial on stream. I don't see why not. We might do that actually.
That sounds cool.
That's something we might do with this stream.
I haven't done a programming video in a while.
Yeah, I do want to make some more practical tutorials to get everyone more engaged into like doing things themselves. It annoys me that every single time I make a practical video, most people don't understand what I'm doing, even though when I'm doing simple stuff. Am I going too far? I might be going way too far. This right here. There we go. I genuinely don't know if I'm going too far or way not far enough. End up looking gross either. Oh well, we'll see. This gets through non-game. I think I should try learning language soon. Well then, we'll see. I might make a video on the stream. We'll see. We'll see how long the stream will be. If I remerge them, do they merge? They very much should. Represent the volume. Oh, beautiful. This is brilliant because the main issue in this case is that this will be a bitch to print. So we'd rather have as much volume on the inside as possible because we're then later on going to cut it with I'm going to cut it with the boolean. I'm just gonna leave it for now. It's just gonna be a test. Disgusting over here. Which sucked that I just remeshed. And blend the throws. There we are. Okay. Absolutely disgusting. No. My phone letting me know that I should wake up.
You're already woke. You
It's like one of the tools. Was it holding shift? Oh my goodness, I still remember, but shift without remeshing will mess everything up. Especially in a place like this. I forgot I added new song to my Maddening Science playlist, and it's Nobody's Soldier by Hosie, and damn, that's such a good song.
know.
Okay. Now I can smooth it all out. Then this is a real fucking mess. I know that it's looking awfully tumorish and such, but we need to fix it after the fact. I can do Dintop, I suppose. I could do dynamic topology and then smooth, but I remember there were some problems with it. Where it would just remove geometry, which is not what we want. Katsi, since you're trans, does that mean I can ask you tech questions?
What do you. What? How is that a connection?
Have you ever met a hacker? 95% of them is just trans women.
Yeah, but not every trans woman is a hacker.
It's no longer a male dominated field.
I mean, yeah, but.
Okay. Now,
Is it what I am to you? A hacker?
I'm honestly amazed that you can turn on your computer. This friends should be it, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, it's gonna take absolute ages. How are we gonna print this? I imagine we can print it by adding way too many support trees, and then we can just remove them ourselves. I have precision knives that could get the job done. The issue is that if it adds in the middle, well, then it's gonna be a pretty big pickle.
You're just gonna encase the thing in a solid block of plastic and then cut it with a knife?
Worst case scenario, that's what I'll have to do. You may be joking, but if everything goes too much to shit, that is probably about something I would do. I'm just gonna do it completely manually.
Fuck designing the part. You're gonna fucking start yourself.
If my lovely Danny cannot print the part, then yes, I'll have to do it myself. Okay, in this case, I would still applying. We need to do this again. Because we did remesh to an absurdly high resolution, something that's completely unnecessary for us. Afterwards, I'm just gonna remesh it again, but this time remesh it to a much lower resolution. Nobody's so. Oh, it's struggling. Oh, it's struggling. All right, off you go. There we go. We're back.
I can't tell, was it your audio fucking or my audio fucking?
No, that was me. That's because the blender just couldn't handle my greatness.
Ow.
It's fine. There's always
Okay.
7 methods to do everything we want to achieve, so it's whatever. I can just remesh via sculpting, bring it up to... For now, let's do 10 times a lower quality remesh, see if it fucks everything up too much. It looks absolutely fine. Well, ish, obviously. Obviously, it's always going to be ish. Now, right here, the issue is that this middle connection, we don't actually want it. We do want the middle connection to be gone, which means that... Let me just take this cylinder. We want this cylinder, because this cylinder would... Actually... yeah, that should be fine. The problem is that there are a lot of problems, I'll be brutally honest actually, but among many problems, one of them is the fact that putting it onto the bar, we don't have any tolerance. We don't have any tolerance almost anywhere, which, I mean, on one side sucks, but on the other side it's necessary, because how am I supposed to add a tolerance to a part that's 1mm in diameter? But it's okay.
No tolerance in the making stream, what the hell?
Wait, what's Make It even making? He's making something pride with, and that's how rumors spread. One person will make a half-assed remark, the other person will be half-assed listening, and then just repeat it as fact. Keeps going. I'm making a fluorescent industrial piercing is what I'm making. There we go. This is the entire part. Now the issue is that, as you can see, it can't be fucking printed. Now, what is the lowest layer height we can set? 0.08. Okay. Dig it. What is the lowest line width we can set? Oh, you're not gonna tell me. Five, 7, 8. Too small. Okay, so does it genuinely have to be 0.1? Oh no, 0.09 seems fine for some reason. What's happening? Genuinely, what is happening? Why are you... Shut up. Oh, Bumble Up. You bother me sometimes.
Sometimes you piss me off.
Okay. Millimeters, yeah, then let's do 0.08. Line width too small. Fine, 0.1. This is about as good as it's gonna get. This is gonna suck. Now the annoying bit, which is that we need actually supports. Honestly, I don't think it even matters what type we select, but hey, tree organic, why not? Exactly. Middle is unbroken. This could be worse. It could be way of a fucked on better, but it could be worse. Actually, it's so tiny. Can I just pull off printing this without supports? No, right here. It's gonna be. This isn't even connected. Absolutely not is the answer. We need to somehow. Okay, if we make this bigger. If I just print this right now, it's gonna be a mess. Yeah, this is just then a mistake. That's just a mistake. It glows. It will glow, hopefully. Which one did I fuck up? This one, right? It looks like it. That's really going to be annoying to fix, but okay. Yeah, there's a fucking hole in there. Haha! This entire geometry is fucked. Yeah. So what we need to do is actually we need var 0 and then just keep going. Okay, back to this sculpting. Absolutely works. There's holes everywhere. There are holes everywhere, and that's a problem because there can't be any in this place. Oh, this is not additive. Oh shit. I'm sorry, is it genuinely not? Would you mind just... It's not flat, it has 2 layers. Would you mind separating them off? Oh fine, I'll separate them off manually if that's what's needed. Yeah, as you can see, we have quite a mesh in this case. Quite a few vertices. Shit. What am I looking at? Good question, Sisha. I don't have your eyes. How am I supposed to know what you're looking at? Yeah, okay, this is done again. Every now and then I just need to close it off, start over again, because once it's gone, it's not coming back. It's over. Genuine question, why is this not additive? I sworn this used to be additive. Only inflates sand, that's crazy. The other things are just moving. Mesh. Alright, and then we can flatten it all a bit more, and then just oh, you are joking me. When did this happen? Did I not inflate it? Or did I mess it up instantly? Might have messed up instantly. Right, remesh again. Calculation Academy. Didn't Newton invent calculus? Well, I'm pretty certain Leibniz would have a thing or two to say about that, but yeah, I think. Same, I don't know much about history of science. It's boring. For nerds. And we over here don't tolerate nerds. This is only for cool people. Oh, this is gonna suck. It's gonna be awful. There'll be a lot of solving to do. What kind of... This looks like complete and utter shit. Maybe I should just try do it with geometry, like geometrical. Instead of trying to do it with be organic. I hate to pick the easier option in this case. But easier and possible seems better. Because it's possible. Okay. Okay. Even if, hypothetically, we were to go with the non-organic method, how would we go about this? Well, geometry nodes, if we're doing geometry. That one might as well. Yeah, extrude mesh works like this, but what if... Oh, I am good at what I do. The only problem is that I don't actually know which one is top. Okay, this one is top, that's good. We take this. Then we can do repeat Can I just do this? Because that would be quite comical. Oh, that is really comical, and it also works really well. Alright, now, transform geometry. And if every single time beforehand, so first things first, we just plug this in right here. And then every single time beforehand, if we rotate, combine XYZ, basically just let you... Oh yeah, that won't work unless we deselect the transform. Unless we deselect the transform. And note that we need to set position like this. And then boolean math and not. Then this right here. Oh jeez, no, offset. Goodness gracious. Center, right, axis. I think, what I mean, okay, yeah, no, so this should be Y, yes. Well, that's very curious, in fact. Ha! How peculiar. It appears I've got my maths off. Because we offset it, we need position. My goodness, I'm good at what I do. Okay, brilliant. There we go. Vector math. Multiply. It's gonna be exponential. It has to be really subtle, like really, really subtle. And it's still gonna look like shit. I hate it. Damn it. What if, instead of starting with a... Once again, I'm running into the same exact issue. On one hand, organic would look just objectively better. On the other hand, it would be borderline impossible to create. How could I make this be nicer? I could just do both, and I could just model it without doing anything too fancy with the geometry. If we move it on the Y, yes! Yes! Wait, yes, so very much yes. I mean, first of all, I wanted to move it on the Z-axis. Like this. And then by half of it. And if we take the cylinder, and if we do repeat on the entire thing, XYZ. Multiply by 2/3 times pi. Hi the Turbulence, how you doing? If I figure out the mathematics of it better, I could actually do it in a way that makes it almost nice move. Good, thanks. What's going on? It's a bit of a long story, Turbulence. Hold on, because I think my camera just might have died actually. Did it? Oh, it did. Splendid. Give me a second, I need to go get the charger, which I absolutely always do leave in the on room. And I'm back. I assume currently you're animating a video based on what I can see. You are actually incorrect! Believe it or not, you are actually incorrect. If we do mathematics, if we do integer, yeah, because it has to be integer, we do 16, then math, then as we increase it, we want this to decrease, which means divide 16 by this. Distance stays constant. But then the issue remains that the size doesn't. So if we do multiply and then we do divide by... No. Multiply by this. No. Because this is exponential. Right. You want it to be normalized. How can it be normalized? Yeah, once again, the issues that were... Shucks. What is happening currently then? Well, you see, I have this industrial piercing, and a while back ago, I wanted to make... This I just made a model of it this stream. A while back ago, I wanted to make it fluorescent. That was kind of the whole bit of making fluorescent liquids in general. I wanted to paint the industrial piercing fluorescent. And right now, I realized that one of my filaments for my 3D printer is also fluorescent. So what I thought I could do is I can make some kind of funky design for it, and then it would just... It's a great way to get myself to do it, you know. If I do divide 2 times pi integer, there we go. How can I normalize the scale? Because the issue is that over there I just messed it up like crazy. Because we applied the transform on every single one. Iterations, there's no we want. Making fluorescent design for ear piercings? Effectively, yes, yeah, effectively. Which is funny because I don't even wear piercings. I don't have my ears pierced. I mean, I have a knife and a bunch of syringes. I could... I should just stop there. Mirror. Yeah, with mirror it's gonna look like shit. It would look a lot better if we could... let me think. Oh, I think I have an idea? No. Because we would need to... damn it. I may have an idea, but I also may not. I mean, if we take this and just rotate it but by 180, and then rotate it ever so slightly by -60, this in itself could be worse, especially if we do a gradient, like a gradient descent. Not mathematics, not again. Gradient of size descent is what I meant to say. But how can I do it in a way that would make it normalized? Because right now the issue is that we can increase this, but this increases the rotation, and it also would increase the size. Hi, Alpaca, hi. Which means we need a way to rotate this that wouldn't... Oh, I'm an idiot. Yes. Multiply 1 by 30. First, let me check. No, okay. Because degrees, 2 radian. No, fine. I need to figure out what that is in radians then. 360 divided by 30, that's 336, that's 12, 1/12. So that would be 2 times pi. 2 times pi divided by 12. Okay, brilliant. And then we just multiply it by this. Oh fuck, I'm good. Now all we need to do is just take this value and also apply the size, the depth, and then divide by 2. Combine XYZ. There we go, now we have it normalized. I leave in 5-7 minutes. Where are you going? It's early. What do you mean it's early? It's morning. I've been streaming at 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning, the past couple of days, and now you think it's early. Even better, we can actually rotate it. And then shift it by 60. There we go. Now let's see if decreasing with scale would also work the same way.
I'm gonna go sleep.
Okay.
Bye.
Good night, see ya. If we do this, if we take the... Oh, this is a good idea. If we do this, if we do this, if we do this, if we do this, then XY. Oh, I'm such a fucking genius. Alright, combine XYZ. And then we want... We don't want... We want this value multiplied by something. So math multiplied. If we get back to 16... Oh, that is... Never mind. Was it not XY? Okay, gotcha. Not XY. Not XY, alright. Heard you loud and clear. I have to go. Alright, bye Ned, bye, have a good one. Go to education. I understand it's a very school time for everyone. Good luck, have a good one. How can I... Hold on though. I need to scale it around the center. Yes. And there's a way for us to pick that center, which would require a shit ton of mathematics. Yes, it would. Because basically, if we take this position, then if we separate XYZ, the Z will tell us on what line we effectively are. Based on that line, and based on this iteration number right here, we can figure out what ring we're on, because there are only 2 rings per slice. Then if we know what ring we're on, we should be able to get the middle of that ring. And I think there might be a cheat code even. Because if we take this, and if we take this and then rotate, vector rotate, if we take the vector like so, then if we rotate it on the z-axis by this angle, if we plug it in, scale instances, there we go. So instead of set position, we do scale instances. Oh, that's curious. It doesn't matter. Huh. Brilliant. Oh, that would require so much. It's fine, I can figure this out. I can crack this bitch. That's because this value right here, if we also rotate it by the same exact angle every single time and pass it onwards, then this right here should be the appropriate center. So then if we take the position of a vertex, if we subtract, wait, we have a center. I have a center, I have a position. No, wait, I have a center, I have a position. Then what we want is we want this minus the center. Yes, so we want the position minus the center. Already rotated? Yes, already rotated. Minus the center. This will give us a vector that points in the right direction. So now if we to it just add the vector like so, it will explode. That's correct. Holy shit, I am amazing. But then what we want to do right here is we want to ever so slightly decrease it. Yes. Which means minus, and then we take this integer, this multiplied by -1, possibly a higher minus if this isn't to our satisfaction, and then combine x, y, z, x, y, and then we plug it into right here. There we go. Now we can increase its scale in general, ever so slightly, but decrease it more. And there we go. We have something, certainly something. Now at the end we just realize the instances, and then we do general boolean, boolean with this cylinder difference. Brilliant. Right here is new collection, let's call it realized, and then we're just gonna copy these two. There we go. Now we can export as STL. Actually, it's rotated, so oh, but it's rotated with yeah, no, never mind. Pattern left. It doesn't really matter left or right because we can just flip it upside down, but let's pretend that it does for the sake of argument. Let's try it. It could look a bit odd, it could be too big, it could be too small, but that's precisely why we're testing this, because once we test it, we'll see. Also, another thing, just realized this one doesn't have an opening for the shit. Okay, it's fine. That's why we're testing things, that's why we're testing things. Once again, we don't have much of a tolerance. What's this torch machine? This is DNA. No. Oh, I pressed render. I muscle memory pressed render. Not what you're supposed to do here, make it. Not what you're doing exactly. Unity stupidity. Shit. Really sorry about that. Anyway, let me just auto, and here's the question. Could you actually print this? Ideally. Wait, is this not work? We just... Last time you said you told me 0.08 was fine. Really sorry for the phone call. There's one favor I had to do. There we go. This is extremely high detail, but hopefully it will be fine. Technically I should like just print one of them at a time, but well, to be completely and frankly honest, most of the model printing time would it going upwards, so might as well just add another one. Then I'm gonna print it and then we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it's doing, and all of it, and such and so on and so forth. Now, I am noticing most people left the stream. I get it, it's early in the day, you all have school and such. And I do have this thing I need to do now, so I think that'll be it for today's live stream. It was fun, we did a whole bunch of designing, creative work. I'm going to go now to work on the multitude of different videos I have. And for now, that'll be it. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.